What is going on, guys? Skip here, and welcome back to another episode in our Road to Glory series. Today we are back with some red ball cricket as we take on Middlesex in a 4-day match out at Trent Bridge. If you have joined us for the last couple of episodes, you would have seen that the boys have taken the number one spot. The boys took the T20 Blast away from the rest of the competition. So hopefully today they can gel together and continue their red ball form. As we have a quick look at the ladder, you can see that the boys are sitting in there in the third position. All we need to do is just continue to win games of cricket and the rest will look after itself. It's going to get tight at the top. The boys need to put in a shift. Let's see how they get on in the middle. If you do enjoy Cricket 22 content, make sure you hit that thumbs up button. Leave a cheeky comment down below. I promise you'll take a fifer in your next innings. We do live stream over on Twitch 4 days a week. I'll leave all my links in the description. So make sure you click on in, come and say g'day, and let's continue to put cricket back on the map. So here we are, ladies and gents. Welcome to Trent Bridge for this 4-day match between the Outlaws and Middlesex. And boy, oh boy, isn't it good to have 4-day cricket back on our screen. Pjizma Pant takes his position back at number 3. Hasib has the captain's armband. And I'll tell you what, with Molto out in the middle today, anything can happen. The coin goes up, Middlesex call heads. It is a head. They win the toss. And on a medium standard wicket at Trent Bridge today, it'll be interesting to see what they do. They've chosen to bowl. They're going to put the Outlaws into bat. Let's see if Pjizma can keep up his form. I'll catch us out in the middle. And it wasn't too long until they needed him. Out for his 15th match and a beautiful average. It's 29 for 1. 7.2 overs are being bowled. Hamid down the other. Pjizma getting ready for his first as Anderson's full. He's at the body and Pjizma says, thank you very much. No run. It is very, very dark for 11:02 a.m. as a bowler comes in and Pjizma's going to clip this one off his hips for 1. He's going to get off the mark and we are good to go. Well, we know the relationship is a little tricky between Hasib and Pjizma. Can they put it all aside today and work on it as Pjizma gets forward and there's a dot ball? Anderson round the wicket. He's 1 for 8 off his 2.3. He's going to steam in and he's going to bowl at the body of Pij. Too bad it was a half volley. And all we can do with our massive limbs is pump you down the ground for 4. Well, confidence is key everywhere you go, and this bloke just oozes of it. He's got 3 slips of gully in, and Anderson's round the wicket. This time he plays and misses. He's got to get back to being patient. This is 4-day cricket. He's got the T20 Blast out the way, and he just plays down the wrong line. Mead keeping strong, 27 off 50. Pjizma's just got to wear this one as he gets a short ball, and there's 3 for 3. He's got to get back to work, stay in the V, and you know your balls will come. Anderson in his length thing, and has been going on between the white ball and the red ball stuff. Anderson around the wicket again. He's a little wider and Pjizma hits his to cover for a dot ball. No! He's going to pick up buzzers. We love the buzzers. Do we get 4? Yes, we do. The spin straight in. They're not messing about with Souter. He rolls in and he gets a little bit of turn first ball. We've seen so many great starts from Pjizma. And then he just lets it go. Can he lock in again? He gets a full one from Souter and he hits it forward of point. The boys get home for 1. We know he wants to be positive. We know Bazball is a thing in England now. But he's just got to ride the roller coaster and take his 1s and 2s where he can. Souter on his legs and Pjizma looking for 2. We keep it at 1. Well, Bumba into the attack and Nottingham have got themselves to 54 for 1. Familiar territory for the most part as Bumba's in and Pjizma flicks one across the hips and this is good picket fence batting from the big fella. He's got his hammer and nails out today and he's ready to build an innings. Souter in and Pjizma uses those big limbs and he sweeps. And he sweeps well to mid-wicket and again just accumulates. Well, just when you thought it was all smooth sailing, Hasib is gone and Clark joins us out in the middle at 60 for 2. And Bumba's in and my balls is forward. And what a way to stamp your authority by hitting an on-drive for 4. Deal with that! It doesn't matter if there's a wicket or not. Pjizma sorts himself out. He gets a short ball this time and he flicks it backward a square. It's going to be a long chase for Fine Leg. He picks it up and the boys get 2. 6 off the over. Last ball of Bumba's 5th. Number 28 for him. And Pjizma looks good. He gets the short ball and he tickles it down to Fine Leg. The boys will settle for 1. And after 18, the Outlaws are 67 for 2. 23 off 25. Souter comes back into the attack and he's got no one on the leg side protecting. He bowls it nice and straight. Pjizma goes down the ground. He takes a single. He can do that all day. The new spinner Holloman into the attack. They've certainly done their homework as he gets forward and Pjizma tentatively pushes it through to mid-wicket. And I think short legs just shit themselves. Yet another wicket goes down. Clark in the sheds. His Bumba's in and Pjizma plays and misses. That's furious bowling. Well, Moores joins Pant, who's on 28. And boy, oh boy, oh boy, do Hampshire now own this session. Bumba in again on a good length and Pjizma plays through the V for no run. And Pjizma's forward. He pumps him down the ground. No one's choosing a field and it goes for 4. Well, he's the counter-attack king. A wicket falls and he does not care. Last ball of the over from Bumba is a beauty. Pjizma plays and misses, and after 25, it's 90 for 3. Well, we know Moores is going to play his shots. He goes to 8 off 8. We get the short one, and there's the first little hook shot you see from Pjizma. The 100 comes up, and Holman's been quite expensive here. Can Pjizma pick him apart? He's going to bowl wide and on the leg stump, and he tries to sweep him, and all he can pick up is a single. We welcome in Cullen back into the attack. Number 5 off his 2.1. We haven't seen too much of him. What's he got? He's got a good length ball, and I tell you what, you can go and fetch that. Pjizma steps on it, bangs him down the ground for 4. Oh, yes. Well, he is feeling it. Run rate of 3.78. Gets the short one, and we see the pull shot. Doesn't get all of it other than a single down a Fine Leg. Well, I reckon we're only 1 or 2 innings away from getting the captaincy. Surely. As Holman comes around the wicket, he tosses it up, and we hit this to extra cover. We take him on. Boy, that's good running. You just can't give this bloke an inch. Comes back over the wicket. He bowls on the legs and Pjizma sweeps. And he sweeps hard. Does it beat the fielder? It doesn't. Boy, that's a good save out on the boundary and he keeps it to 2. Well, the field was there for the plan. It was a plan that now makes sense. He pushes them back and he bowls another short one. And this time it's too far down the leg side. Good little battle developing with Holman here. Pjizma wants to sweep. Can Holman be disciplined? No, he can't. He's on the legs and Pij sweeps backward a square for 1. Takes his score to 45 as Cullen steams in for his 5th over. The ring field is in place and he gets a half volley and Cullen, you can't bowl there because the big fella's going to step on it and he's banging it all the way along the carpet for 4. Show me Molto. And just like that, he moves to 49 off 54. Cullen bowls the short one. Pjizma on the back foot this time. Punches him down the ground. Does it go for 4? It does. And what a 50 it is. Molto waves his hands. Trent Bridge up on their feet. They applaud this young fella. There's another 50. Well, how good is he? 123 for 3. The session belongs to the Outlaws. Cullen doesn't know what length he's bowling, and he gets away with a dot ball. Well, boy, oh boy, he goes bang, bang, see you later. Now we can just sit on Cullen's over, and that's a ripper. Just a quick reality check, if you don't mind. It might just tighten his defence up. Cullen's in, he bowls another short one, and Pjizma's lifting this to mid-on for no run. Tom Moore's putting in a session here as well. He's 11 off 34, and the partnership is good as Pjizma goes back, and he's been knocked over. Oh, it's a no ball! Would you read about it? I don't know. Knocked over on a no ball, nutmeg middle stump through the ground. And Molto sticks his hand out, says, you can't do that, son. Go and bowl it again. Well, talk about being let off the hook. His stumps have been rattled. Oh, Cullen doesn't know what day it is now, and Pjizma's back on his front foot, and he's banging it down the ground for 4. Thank you, Molto. Well, that is cricket, ladies and gentlemen. The roller coaster continues. He comes in, he bowls a good length ball, and he plays and misses. We've seen it all. He needs to get back in the zone. 129 for 3, the last of the 35th. He gets one on his legs, and this time he works it backward a square to the sweeper out there, and he ticks the score over to 130. The life of Pjizma continues. Anderson rolls in for over number 6. He's on a length again, and Pjizma schnicks it down to third man for 4. The things you love to see. Well, he went the cross seamer, he sucked the big red into the shot, and he was rewarded with 4. The next one's a little fuller, and Pjizma plants it down the ground to mid-on for 1. Cullen rolls in, he bowls a really weird pace. This time he sneaks him off. Oh, as we speak, Molto gives him not out. That's why we love the bloke, you superstar. We speak, Molto gives him not out. That's why we love the bloke, you superstar. Twice in the one innings, the little nip away finds Pjizma's edge, and the keeper takes an absolute screamer, and Molto shakes his head. Oh boy, the things we love to see in 4-day cricket. Cullen over again, Pjizma hits it forward to mid-off, no run, and he can breathe. Well, after all these times, the fine edges, the French cuts, the toppies, everything, you name it, Pjizma finally gets some reward today. He gets 4 to in the 39th, and it's 144 for 3. Well, they get in for lunch, and straight after spins into the attack. Pjizma counts his lives, and he sweeps this to square leg for no run. We have Molto at central, short leg, goes in first slip, a couple back on the boundary. We've got to let the skill take over, not the emotion, as we let one go down the leg side. Ha, wide. How good is this umpire? He is a superstar. Mid-on goes out now, Souter over the wicket, just got to adjust to his line, and he does, and Pjizma gets a single down the ground for 1. Cullen continuing over number 9. He's there to Pjizma, and he's knocked him over. Stumps everywhere. Well, you can't review that, and the umpire can't make a decision. Stumps all over the ground, and Pjizma's gone for 64, and it's 4 for 158. Stumps everywhere. Well, you can't review that, and the umpire can't make a decision. Stumps all over the ground, and Pjizma's gone for 64, and it's 4 for 158. Well, we go straight back to the replay. You can see that Souter's cooked him all day. He bats on off stump. He gets one on leg stump. He's nipped it away beautifully. Pjizma plays on the inside line, and middle and leg are cartwheeling. Pjizma, Pant, you're gone. Well, we thought we had it all. Knocked over on a no ball. Molto looking after us. We schnicked off to pretty much gully. Molto didn't give us out, and Pjizma had 100. Ready. The red carpet was rolled out. It said, have it. Just have it. And Souter thought, nah, I'm not having this today. He rolled over. He was all over Pjizma. He knocked his middle and leg stump out, and all Nottinghamshire could do was manage 201 runs. They were knocked over in the 66th. But we're going to pick up play now. Middlesex, 31 overs have been bowled, 112 for 5. And Big Pjizma is ready to rock and roll. He's got the red pill in his hands. Let's see how he gets on. Well, ball number 1. What an eventful match this has been. He rolls in, and he's absolutely on a dime to Holden. Oh, we just need to take a breath. Holden 47. He's holding his end up all right as Pjizma's there or thereabouts for another dot ball to cover point. The field looks good. 2 slips a gully, point, mid on, mid off. Oh, yes, good length. It just swung back a little bit, and Holden defends. A Simpson 9 off 27. Nice little partnership developing. Here is Pjizma's on the money. Gets driven on the up down the ground, but Lucky Mid-on comes across and keeps it to 1. Last ball of his first. Just conceded the 1. Everything's been nice and tight. He rolls in, and this time the rushed pull shot gets lifted through mid-wicket. Does Simpson come back for 2? He does. That's going to conclude Pjizma's first and the 32nd. And Middlesex are 115 for 5. So a new day, a new moment, and a new Pjizma pan. He gets the rock to open the bowling, and he's on the money to Simpson, who inside edges it onto the shin. These first couple overs in the day, just so important. Consistency, routine, and Pjizma Pant missing. Absolutely roaring. Well, I was going to say Pjizma Pant making him play and miss, but that was a rip snorter. He's there again. He finds the edge, and boy, it goes down to third man for 4. He's in his grill, but what can you do? Well bowled, big fella. Well, Aseeb comes up to him and has a little word. I'm not too sure what he said, but as it fired him up, I think it may have. That one going down at 153 clicks. The last ball of his second. He's conceded just the boundary. He rolls in. He's on a length. And this time Simpson goes back. He takes a run on. And he... Oh, what's going on here? Is he out? Oh boy, I don't know if he's run himself out, Molto. Let's be honest, you've had a horrendous first-class match here. I reckon he's just been caught short. Oh boy, you can't tell with the naked eye. We go up top and he's gone! The Outlaws have picked up a wicket. You always want to run out, and that's what we've done. Well, that is a bonus. Pjizma coming into the new batsman, Anderson. We break the partnership up and we're on to him straight away. Middlesex trailing by 81. How do they go about it? I don't know. We take a bit of pace off it and he lets it through nicely. He hasn't really let the slingshot go. Is this the moment? Rolls in. Oh, he hits the back inner thigh of Anderson. And boy, oh boy, that stings, brother. Anderson feeling it. Pjizma rolls in. Does he get short? Yes, he does. And he gets underneath, and Pjizma just has a couple of quiet words to him. And that's all she wrote for the bowling innings. Pjizma Pant not required. Just the 3 overs, 1 maiden, none for 7. And Middlesex all out for 152 in the 53rd over. Not too sure what's going on there. We saw Aseeb have a chat to him. Maybe he was just firing him up for the batting innings. We're going to pick up play in the 16th over. Nottinghamshire 57 for 1. Haseeb's just been dismissed, and we lead by 106. There's plenty of time left in this 4-dayer. Let's see if Pjizma can lock in and pick up that 100 he deserved in the first innings. Out comes the big fella. An average of just under 49, and he's got Holman coming in first ball. Molto stands at central, and the big fella needs to do something about it, and he just pats this to mid-off for no run. Well, what does the second innings bring us? Does it bring a counter-attack? Does it bring a defense? Oh, it's bought the... Oh, Molto, look after us, bro. Oh, he does. He says not out. Whew. We survive an early LBW shout, and I reckon that was a lot closer than what it was. Anyway, he rolls in again, and Pjizma plays and misses. Oh, boy, switch on. I'll tell you what, this is some world-class bowling from Holman. He continues round the wicket, and Pij, oh, my days. Well, this has got to be the wackiest, the luckiest, the weirdest 4-day batting test match drama I've ever seen. We get the full toss and we bowled it through extra cover for 4. Show me a 6-inch arms, Molto. This is brilliant cricket. Well, if you don't laugh, you cry. Pjizma off the mark with a boundary. He faces his 6th ball as Holman's there, and we're just going to let that one go through, bro. That's trash. 65 for 1. Duck at 31 off 46. Pick up sticks. Pjizma in, and he's just killing that ball off. Couple balls left in Holman's over. Packed off side field. He's bowling to it in this time. He hits Pjizma on the bat, and Molto gives him. Well, the innings didn't last long at all. The leggy had him in absolute dramas. Oh, my days, and we're back to square one. He's absolutely salmon trout. Was the toppy, the slider, I don't know, but Pjizma only lasts 8 balls, and it's 2 for 65. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. What can you say? I really have no words for this bloke. He looked $1 million before he got knocked over off the no ball. Then he just looked absolutely putrid up to 64. But how about that second innings? Every single ball was an issue apart from the full toss he put away for 4. And after that, Nottinghamshire have been bowled out for 292 in the 84th over. The rest of the boys doing an absolutely unreal job. Pjizma needs to pull his shit together here, and we're going to pick up play in the 35th over. Middlesex 116 for 4. They trail by 225, and the Big Red is steaming. He is fuming, seething, you name it. But I tell you what, he's ready to take on this attack, and he's going to fire up and get it on. Well, here he is. Funny game cricket. Day 1 was good. Day 2 was weird. Day 3 even worse. But he's got the ball in the 4th innings, and he rolls into Eskinazi, and he gets back and he defends. Well, hopefully Hasib can give us a bit of a spell here. We roll in for ball number 2, and Eskinazi's in and just patting that to forward square. Well, if you don't like red ball cricket, then I hope now you do. It's had everything this game. We go short to Eskinazi, and he bangs it through extra cover. Boy, oh boy, that's a good shot, and he's going to concede a boundary. So Eskinazi go on the counter-attack route. Pjizma in for the last, and that's a beautiful ball. He concludes the 35th, and Middlesex are 122 for 4. I just wonder how many overs this bloke's going to get under Hasib Hamid. He bowls the first of his second, and he gets slashed to point. Here's the roller coaster of 4-day cricket. Cricket's got a funny way of biting you on the ass as we roll into home, and he plays and misses, and Pjizma just whispers in his ear. This is fast bowling. We get another look at Eskinazi. Does he want to put us through extra cover? No, he gets on the back foot and hesitates to run. Last ball of Pjizma's second over. Still the 2 slips a gully in. It's good length. Eskinazi back. And after 37 overs, Middlesex go to 128 for 4. He rolls into Eskinazi, who's looked good so far. He's on the bat. He glues his feet to the crease, and I reckon we're on a winner here, boys. He's just trapped his feet in the crease. Can we get one to swing away from him, find the edge? No, it doesn't swing, and he steps back, pumps it through mid-wicket, and Pjizma concedes another boundary. Well, you know what happens when that happens. We go straight to the throat. We're there, and he gets underneath it. Boy, it didn't bounce very high. And again, Pjizma's in his grill. We look to finish the third on a positive. We're going to pitch it up full, it's slow, it floats, he leaves. 39 bowled, Middlesex 138 for 4. While spelled after 3, the Outlaws have taken a couple more, and hopefully he can clean the tail. First ball to Anderson's on a length, and he goes back and defends. We don't have Molto at this end, so anything can happen now. We roll in again, and we just want a wicket. Anderson's saying, nah, you're going to have to be a little quicker than that, boy. So a slight change of field as we steam in for over 52. We're there or thereabouts. Souter stepping across, pumping it into the vacant mid-wicket and picking up a single. See, singles aren't going to hurt us. We don't mind it, and we don't mind bowling to both of these batsmen. Anderson in, and he lifts on the back foot. It is extremely hard to pick up wickets with a pace bowler. We're going to attack the stumps now, and that's exactly what he does. A little too straight. Yet another single down a fine leg. Last ball of the 5th. Just conceded the 2, and he's looked all right in his return spell. It's floaty this time. Chipped off the toes. Hasib picks it up. 52 a bowl. Middlesex 173 for 7. Middlesex lose another wicket, and it's just making it a touch harder for Pjizma to pick it up. So he's going to attack the stumps every single ball. If it can't be caught, then it's hitting the wood or it's blowing off a shin. We roll in again. We're at the toes, and Bumba defends. You can see he doesn't have too much in the tank, but he ain't going to stop trying as he's in again, and Bumba defends. It's not looking likely here. We almost need Molto central umpiring at our end. Last ball, the 54th. Pij rolls in, and Bumba steps forward, plays it to mid-on for no run. And the score stays at 178 for 8. And that was all she wrote for the game. Middlesex bowled out for 205 in the 62nd over. Stewie Broad and Patterson White picking up the majority of the wickets. Pjizma not getting none, not really getting an opportunity to settle into a spell this game. Hasib is at the wheel, and I tell you what, it is about time we kicked him out of the club. Nottinghamshire win by 136. I guess that is all that matters. It was a weird one for Pjizma with the bat, almost even weirder with the ball. I couldn't even describe that first innings, but boy oh boy, that is why we love the game of cricket. You just have no idea what is coming at ya. Well, we are going to leave it there for today's episode, guys. Thank you so much for being with us. It was a good one. It was great to have 4-day cricket back and Pjizma doing his thing. If you have enjoyed the video, make sure you hit that thumbs up button. Leave a cheeky comment down below. Make sure you come and check us out in our live streams over on Twitch. But until next time, guys, look after yourselves and those around you, and I'll catch you in the next one.